Aloha guys, so I just wanted to make a quick update video for you. It is now Sunday, the 16th I think, of January, I'm not sure. I kind of get my days mixed up, but it's Sunday, I know that. So this week was a huge failure for me in terms of dieting and exercising. So early this week I accomplished a goal in my business that I'd been working months toward accomplishing this goal. And the last few weeks leading up to it, it was like putting in consistent, 10, 12-hour days to really hammer this out and make sure it was good. And when I finally did it and I showed people and everyone was like, hey, congratulations, this is awesome, this is amazing. And I felt great. I felt on top of the world for a day, and then it just crashed. Right? It was. I know I have other things I need to do in the business to reach the next milestone, the next goal, but then it just sent me into this kind of depression, and I was like, man, I gotta go reach the next goal. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm still excited about reaching the next goal. I'm still motivated, but it was just like, okay, now on to the next thing, and I crashed hard. I did. I ate terrible all week long. I fell right back into the old habits of, just eating whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I only worked out one day this week. And when I worked out, it felt really good. It's just that stress and stress of school and, some other stuff, just kind of, it all got to me. It did. And the last few days, I was in depression hard, including yesterday. I woke up and I did very little work. I did very little schoolwork. Pretty much the bare minimum I needed to do to just maintain course. And then I just slept, right? I just took long naps throughout the day. I didn't feel motivated to get out of the house. I didn't want to do anything. I talked to my therapist about this on Friday. I see a therapist for my PTSD from the military, and some other stuff. But I talked to her, and she was like, okay, well, maybe we should up the dosage of the antidepressants and stuff. And that's, the complete opposite of what I want. I want to go off the meds, not increase the meds. But I said, okay, well, if it's for a short term, let's maybe do it and then kind of jumpstart, get back to where we were, and and then we can go back to the normal dosage and then down again. So last couple of days, we pretty much doubled the meds, and we've been going okay, and it's still it hasn't really kicked in, but I'm on the way to my friend's house right now to hang out with them, play some games, kind of socialize. There's 8 of us all coming together to hang out, and I didn't want to go because I'm just I want to just stay here, maybe play some mindless video games and, just, sit in my room in the dark, all day long like I've been doing. And so I was like, nope, we said we got to do it, so let's do it. And, so I got a shower, got ready, ate some food, took care of all the animals. And I just left the house, almost as soon as I started this video. And I'm already feeling better. I'm already feeling a little better just being outside, just seeing the sunlight, and, just knowing that I'm going to be social with people and I know I'll have a good time. I'm already just starting to feel better. And I want to carry this over into next week because I know next week, all week long, I have a thing that I signed up for my business to kind of help me with the business, make better connections, make more strides, a program, and that starts at 10 a.m. Eastern, which will be, 5 a.m. my time. So that means I gotta get up at least 4:30 just so I can put on some clothes and get a coffee so I can attend this, this conference live. Now I can always catch the replays, but the lives are always the best because you can ask questions, you can connect with other people who's already on the call. So I'm going to do my best to try and catch them live. And then what my goal is if I can get, a decent amount of sleep before, I can catch these calls live. And then I'm going to, almost as soon as the call is over, get some breakfast in me if I haven't already, and then go to the gym. I'm going to try and just go right away to work out. And the calls, I imagine, are going to last an hour, hour and a half. So if we say, the calls are over at 5:30, or no, I'm sorry, 6:30, then I'm going to try and at least be leaving for the gym at about 7. And then I can kind of kickstart my day right. Working out and whatnot. I know it's going to kind of make me dragging on the back end because I'm going to be tired from waking up early, and then, putting my brain power into the conference and then, the workout. But I would rather do that and kickstart my way out of this depression because, I'm going to be honest, I was walking around, yesterday, and I was just like walking. I noticed that I was shuffling. I was shuffling more so as that became kind of my habit. And I don't know when I started shuffling, but I started shuffling as I gained more weight instead of like actually walking. And I don't know if that was like to prevent fallage or, prevent me from falling or whatever. But I was like, no, we're going to stop that. We're going to start walking. And so I started striding everywhere and started walking. And I just, felt like my whole body just kind of jiggle as I walked. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I am tired of this. Like, I go on Instagram and Facebook, and I see, people on there with, like, these cut 6-pack abs, and, they're looking really good. And I just think, man, where did I fuck up in my life to get me to this point to where I'm this big and I'm going through all this stuff? And I don't know, I had to sit down and tell myself, hey, look, life's a journey, right? Everyone goes through their own stuff. Just because they look good on Instagram doesn't mean their life's perfect. There was a lot of things in my life that contributed to me getting to this point of, being overweight. And, it's my fault because I had an unhealthy coping mechanism, which was eating food and, still is. And I just need to change that coping mechanism to something healthier, to, drinking water instead of soda, to, working out and just going on a walk, even if it's just around the block, like a 10-minute walk, and, instead of taking a nap, and those are what I'm going to have to do. It's more of a mental struggle than anything else. I'm going to have to just sit down and tell myself, like, no, this is what we do now, and we're going to do this because I'm not going to keep living like this. I'm not going to stay at high risk for heart attacks and, diabetes and whatever else I got going on. Even if it takes me like 5 years, like I sat down and did it like this. In order for me to get my business to a place where I will be like happy with it and say, hey, I think we're rocking it. I think we're successful. We can like maybe look at handing off the CEO role to somebody else, or selling the business, or super growing the business at that point. Like whatever it is I decide I want to do, I think it's going to take me 5 years. It's kind of my roadmap that I have laid out there. And of course, things change and fluctuate and whatnot, but roughly 5 years from today, from now, is what I estimate. And I understand, like, we all want to just lose weight like that, like right now, but it's not going to happen like that. And even if I said, hey, in a year, I want to be down 100 pounds, like, is it possible? Yeah, for sure, it's possible. I think David Goggins lost like 100 pounds in like 4 or 5 months, but I was like, is it possible? Yeah, it's absolutely possible, to get to that point in a year. But realistically, it's safe to say that if I want to get to where I want to be physically, which is losing the weight, building the muscle, being like ripped, being super in shape, that's going to take me, at least 3 years or so, if we're looking at it realistically. So I think 5 years is a solid timeline. If I work on my business and I work on my body, if I work on my spirit, my mind, my soul, 5 years is a solid timeline. If we just keep that in mind, we can make these small progresses and these small changes, and I can finally get to a place to where I'm like out of this depression, out of this anxiety, and I'm physically, mentally, and spiritually happy. But that's just my 2 cents I wanted to throw in. This video, this segment ran a little long, but I'll talk to you guys here later. Take care.
Morning, guys. So it is like 4:50 in the morning. I woke up at 4:30 like I said I would. I just finished my breakfast of yogurt and I grabbed my coffee and I'm ready to start this conference. I'm a little tired. I made sure I got 7 hours of sleep last night, but still I'm a little tired. I think once I get going, once I get the blood moving, we'll be all right.
Hey guys, so it is about 1 p.m. right now on Monday, and I am beat. So I did that conference this morning from 5 to 7. It was about 2 hours today, and then for the most part since then, from like 7 to like 12:30, I've just been like boom, 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 just working, knocking stuff out, and finally I sat back. I was like, oh, man, I'm tired. I still want to work out today. I still want to go do something because it's Martin Luther King Day and everything's packed. We're just going to go to the beach and I'm going to do swimming in the ocean for an hour or so as my exercise, so I can keep moving and it won't hurt my joints. Then it'll make me double tired. But when I come back, I still have to do a little bit of work. I still have to do some college. So that's kind of where I am today. I'm going to try and go to bed by 8 so that way I can get up tomorrow for the conference and hopefully I won't be as tired tomorrow. Also, just as an update, I ate a healthy breakfast. I ate, a healthy snack today. Lunch wasn't as healthy, but I'm doing my best not to drink any soda today. I'm not going to cut soda, I think, out completely, but I'm going to try and reduce it by 90%. So all day long, I've just been chugging water, and I've been in and out of the bathroom. So I'm going to try and get a gallon of water in today. I probably won't hit that. I'll probably get almost a gallon. That's my mini goal today, is to not drink soda and drink a bunch of water.
So that was the end of Chris's video for this episode. And I want to thank you guys for watching it. As you have noticed, you saw that he decided to make small daily actions to drive his goals, to drive his results over time. And how he did that was to focus on staying hydrated and drinking an entire gallon of water for the day and minimizing his soda intake by 90%. And when you do these daily actions over time, you're going to see massive results. You should always ask yourself, what daily action should I take to get to my goal? What daily action should I take to build the processes to get to my goal? What daily action should I take to build the processes that build the skills necessary to reach your goals? And that's how you do it. And I'm really excited for him because even though he has one setback, he's going to get he's going to get back on track and he's going to crush it. And I can't wait to see how this unfolds next time.